Let's put it over here.
Hi, honey. Hi. What? Hi, sweetie. What are you doing? You sleeping on the comfy blanket? Huh? Hi, Jazzy. So 5 of these babies belong to the mama that's resting up on the shelf. And I actually helped her deliver her babies. I love doing that. That's a wonderful experience. And 2 of these babies are from other litters. They were like the last ones from their litter, so they joined in because they didn't want to be alone. And this cage is great for them. It gives them plenty of room. They're not here all day. Like, well, when they were littler, they've spent all day in this cage with mama, and it's nice because when they were littler, mama could get on the shelf and she could have a break because the babies couldn't get up there. But then the babies learned how to climb, so mama doesn't get a break anymore. But during the day, the babies now go here. First thing in the morning, the babies go into this play area. See if I can show you the whole thing. This fence is attached to my wall, and it's got plastic on the top part so that they can climb only so far and they can't climb out. I've had a few bigger kittens climb out, like 2 bigger kittens climb out, but for the most part, they don't even try because they just have so much fun in there. They run and play, and they just have a great time in there. They have their food and water and their litter box and everything they could have. And once they can climb up and they can look out the window. And I change up the toys frequently so that that's always always new and exciting for them, and they love going there first thing in the morning. That's what I do. They go in there and I give them their breakfast and they start their day, and then by the end of the night they're tired and they sleep well. So yeah, so that's what I do. And then might as well show you the rest of the place, the rest of my home/cat rescue. So there was Harmony's cage with her babies. And I tend to be, for health reasons, I keep them separate. That way if somebody gets sick, it's not everybody getting sick. There's 3 babies in here. 2 are from one litter and 1 is from another litter. The director brought them to me because 1 wasn't growing, wasn't eating well. I guess all 3, she said, weren't eating well. Well, I used my secret weapon, which is baby food chicken. They love it. As soon as you give them the baby food chicken, they start gobbling it up. So for about two or three feedings, I put a little baby, first I shoved it in their mouth and they woofed it down and realized like, wow, this is delicious. And then a couple feedings, I put it on top of their kitten food, and then they were fine. Then they've been chowing down ever since and gaining weight beautifully. And then there's these guys. This is another mama here. This is a double cage. I connected these 2 cages together by taking off the doors and zip tying them together so that they have lots of room. That works out really well. And that way they have their litter box over here and a little room to play. And then over here they can eat and sleep and everything. And I have other toys. And it's just nice. It keeps things separate for them. And so that's Zara. And right now they have ringworm. So we're definitely keeping them separate from everybody. And using a lot of hand sanitizer to keep our hands clean. They started on the oral meds, though, so they should be getting better quickly. What are you guys doing? And 2 of her babies stayed very, very tiny, and 2 are normal size. Hi, Dory. Hi, Marlin. Marlin the monster. Get your belly. And this is Rue is another foster. He's an older foster, like maybe 7, 8 months old. It's hard to tell because they show up on somebody's front porch at some point. So he's been with me for I'm not even sure. I guess maybe 6 months. And so during the day he runs around and plays and whatever, and then at night I put him in here just so he's contained and. Because he can get crazy. And then this is an empty cage right now. There's nobody in there. Thank goodness. Sid is another one that's an older kitten. He's got a disability. They say it's a spine injury. I'm not sure if it's a spine injury or cerebellar hypoplasia. But he's got a funky little walk. I call him my drunken sailor. So Sid Vicious sleeps in here and runs around during the day, causing havoc. And then this is my double cage. It's got a cage on the bottom and a cage on the top. These little babies, there were 8 of them. They were tossed from a car by the Rock Ridge Kennel in Monticello. They were really sick. They had diarrhea and they had upper respiratory and they were in bad shape. The 2 littlest ones were about 4 weeks old and they both died. Probably due to the diarrhea because that wreaks havoc on the little ones. They dehydrate very quickly and very easily. And giving them fluids and the sub-Q fluids and everything, it still wasn't enough. But everybody else did it was rough, but they did great. And they are wonderful now. We still have a couple gunky eyes and a few sneezes. But for the most part, we're doing good in here. They're eating and they're gaining weight and they're doing beautifully. Antacids was what cured them. I gave them simethicone and they started eating beautifully. Hi, sweetie. What? Hi. Hi, Gesundheit. Hi, baby. And then this is Oliver. He came to me about, I don't know, I guess like 5 days ago or something. There's this trailer park that has like, I don't even know how many cats and kittens running around and nobody gets them fixed. And so, and this one girl, she has my contact information. So she contacts me at 9:30 at night and she said, there's these kittens and this mom living under my mom's trailer. And she goes, and one of the kittens is sick. Can you take him? I said, I'm really full. I have a lot of kittens here. And I said, can you find somebody else? She goes, I'll just put him back outside. I'm like, well, can you bring him over here? She goes, sure. All right. Do that. So she brought him over here. We have an epidemic of cats and kittens in need of help and an epidemic of people who don't want to do the work. They want the cats and kittens to get help, but they don't want to do anything. Good boy, Oliver. Good job. How's Oliver? Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Here's my sweetheart. There's my Oliver. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. And you're not even that sick, are you? You don't even miss your mom though, do you? I don't think so. You seem pretty happy. All right, so that's about it. Sorry it's so long, but I I love what I do and I like sharing it. And there's his little hammock because he likes to sleep in a litter box. So I was giving him alternatives. I'm like, sleep in a soft hammock, sleep on this blanket here with this teddy bear. Anywhere but the box that you poop in. But teach their own. They sleep in the litter box when they're nervous. It's kind of I guess it feels like a safe place for them. All right. Well, that's it. This is my apartment. Oh wait. Don't go away yet. That's not it. That's not it. And then so I just rearranged. So this is going to be my place where I'll give meds and do the vaccinations and that kind of thing. This is my scale under here. Keep it covered so that it's clean because there's a lot of cats here. And then around this corner. Oh yeah, there's my bed. I get to sleep once in a while. I sleep here. All right, this I'll show you this one first. This was my first incubator. Basically, it's a plastic storage box with heat lights. That's really all it is. And they charged like over $100 for that. I could have made it for a lot cheaper, but I was just starting and I really didn't know what I was doing, so I bought it. And I've used it. It's kept a lot of babies healthy. It's raised them, and it's done well. There's some of my supplies that I use with the neonates, and my syringes, and shelves of supplies, and there's my scale because they get weighed very frequently, daily if there's an issue or if they're very young. There's a box. Everybody gets their own box. That way we're not passing germs around. And this is the really good. I mean, this incubator. This is a piece of equipment. This is a serious thing. My sister bought this. She donated this to me because I love what I do. I'm good at it. I save lives, and this helps me do it. This hooks up to distilled water. The hose runs right in to the port, and then I can set the temperature. I set the humidity to what I want. I can have the lights to what I need it to be. Dimmer, lighter. So like in the evening, I'll put the lights dimmer, get them used to it, and then at night I turn them off. I can hook a nebulizer and oxygen to it. That would go into this port up here. I have an oxygen concentrator that somebody donated to me. The incubator, this drawer pulls out. I haven't had a need to do that yet, but I'm sure that could come in handy. That's a snuggle safe, which is a heating disc that you put into the microwave and it stays hot for up to 12 hours. Because babies under 4 weeks old cannot regulate their body temperature or produce their own body heat. There's a filter behind there just because it puts in the moisturized air and it also filters it. And it's heated and everything, like I said. And so, because different age babies require different heating. Like if I get a preemie, they require probably 95 to 100 degrees. Normal newborns are good at like 85 to 90 degrees. Um, so it's like, and this thing, I love this thing. This has helped many babies cook to perfection. All right, now I'm done. Now I'm really done. That's long enough. All right. And thank you so much for that cage. It is a great addition to my whatever I have going on here. And fostering on steroids. All right. Thank you. Take care. Bye.